Pontiac Fiero GT.
So I tried everything on this spot. Tried lacquer thinner, tried mineral spirits. Then I started thinking, got some old school WD-40. Used to work wonders on tar and stuff, so I wonder well, that paint sure is shiny again, huh? Yeah. So I'll keep working on this spot, but I'll get it off eventually. I got all the rest of the residue down the side of it off, so I guess I'll come off too. So another spot we have is up here, and you can see there's a reflection in there. You can see it, but this I've got smoothed out pretty good. But as we go along, you can hear it, and it's there's that side. It's pretty rough in here. This may end up taking some sanding to get it out, but I'm gonna keep buffing on it. We'll see what we can do. Same idea back here too. It's just some lint, but this is just smooth as can be, except for these spots right here and right here. These had some kind of contamination on them. I don't know what it was, but they're not wanting to come out. They may take some sanding to get rid of, but you can definitely see where I stopped. Back here definitely needs more love, but a little proof positive that, I mean, there's not much, but there's a reflection there. So we'll just keep working on all these areas. I'm not sure how well we can see this, but here's some good examples of all the residue. Oh yeah, there you go, you can see it. Some good examples of all the residue that's left over from the racing livery that was on it. Yeah, it's a bunch of garbage. More stuff up here. And you can see where I've stopped, but now we got a halfway point. You can definitely tell the difference in the paint and what I've done. So yeah, you just keep working on what you have and make the most of it. Let's just come along. Some of this we can't save. Like right here, it's smooth, but it's getting into that base, that substrate, the primers and whatnot. So you can see, I mean, look at the reflection on this. It's beautiful. But you got areas like this, some of them are just wasted. Now let's see here, when we compare this side to this side, I mean, there's a big difference here. This, there's damage. This is actually damaged, little chunk of fiberglass. This is some garbage that's on there. But, it's coming out. Okay, obviously we have some paint issues we have to deal with, but look at the reflection in that thing. Even back here on the deck lid where there's more garbage. I mean, you can see me walking along right there, but this stuff right there came out. So I still got to work on the bumper. It needs some more work. But man, look at the reflection in this thing. Let me go down. Yeah, so not bad for an afternoon or day's work. So before we put the quarter trim in, I'm gonna go through and clean off all the area here. I'm just gonna use basic Windex. It'll act as a wax and grease remover. Take this and wipe this whole area down a couple times. There we go. We'll get the other side. Now, obviously it's missing I got a broken rocker. The lower arrow rocker is broken. I got to replace that. And I got the trim piece here I got to do, but these are going to add a lot to it, and fixing the taillights are going to do a lot for it too. So. Next, we'll go through and we'll pre-fit everything. We'll add our adhesive tape along the edges, and we'll very carefully install the windows. As I'm doing this, you'll notice that I peel off the tape on the upper section, but I leave the bottom so that it's still semi-attached. That allows me to get it started. I can basically glue it in place, and then as I go down toward the bottom, I can peel the stuff off so that I'm able to have a little bit of adjustment, so that way everything isn't just stuck. But here you can see, turned out pretty nice. Couple things, but one being these beautiful made in USA reproduction Fiero GT taillight lens covers. They're the outer lenses. They're gorgeous, they're beautiful, they're polycarbonate. They ought to be the last pair this car should ever need. So I'll be installing those and a few other goodies in the next couple weeks on the Fiero. I've got a few different things I want to go through with that. But. Okay, to begin with, there's 3 plugs on each side of the taillights. Take these out, they come out real easy with your thumbs. Then you're going to go through and you're going to use regular, I use the number 2 Phillips, and remove each one of the specialty screws. Do not lose these. They're super expensive if you do. And just take your time, you know, use a little WD-40 on if you need to, whatever, but just go through and remove them all, and we'll get started with the lens section. All we do is just give these each a little twist, just 45, they come out. These have a little push, right, a little push lock. You just push it in, twist it, it comes out. Blue's on the bottom, these are your stoplights, twist out. The yellow's on top, twist out. Last ones, twist and twist. And there it is. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is change out these inner lights with some LEDs. These are 194Rs from Sylvania. Next, we're going to change out, well, that socket is crusty. Okay, this is, it should be an 1156. Yeah, it's 1156. So we're gonna put 1156 LEDs. Socket seems a little screwed up. We'll just put it in place and give her a turn. I think I'm gonna test this real quick and see. I know why I did this, because those are reverse lights. And these are obviously, there it goes. Okay, there. Now I got the reds. That's a reverse light. Okay, so we'll try these other ones. We'll put the brake lights in. These are 1157s. Which have 1157R. R is in red. When you're doing LEDs, try to match it to the lens color. Oh. Quality. This one broke. Good Lord. Okay, well, guess we're making like several trips here. Damn it. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So I should have two red. Okay, let's try this.
For this next section, I wanted to show you how much faster the LEDs are. So the LED lights are on the left, and even though they're shining through the old lenses, you can see how much quicker they illuminate compared to an incandescent lamp. Just the Pontiac, you can see it. And you also, again, you see the running lights. On this one, we're looking, the reverse light is faster. And also, when it unlights, you'll notice that it's faster, which should happen. There we go. And then the brake lights, which is super, super important. See how much faster it is. So LEDs really make a difference. And this is also running through the old lenses, not the new ones. And for some reason, the cameras flip-flop because the LEDs have the rich red color you see up above, not the other way around. Like in this picture, it makes no sense because the camera's not capturing the beauty of the LEDs. They're rich, rich red, but you'll notice how much quicker they go out when it unlights. Okay, the next step was to very carefully pry the old tabs off of the outer lenses. Be super, super careful doing this. Then you got to scrape the sealant out, and you can tell I had quite a bit of it that came out. It comes with new sealant, or my kit did anyways, and I put that in there and cleaned everything up, washed the lenses, put them back in. Okay, and here we have one of the new Keith Goodyear lenses on the left compared to the old one on the right. And even though this is after the rain and they're a little dirty right now, I can't say enough good things about the vibrance and the beauty of these lenses. Highly recommend them if you have a Fiero GT. Until next time.